and welcome to another coding problem here with Daniel. And this problem is painting the barn from USACO Silver 2019 if I'm not mistaken. This is also in Unit 1 prefix sums. But we're going to be exploring 2D prefix sums today, but how we can split down 2D prefix sum into 1D prefix sums. So our problem is a very simple problem. We're just given a bunch of rectangle coordinates, or the lower, so the upper right corner and the lower left corner. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out how many, the area of the barn that is covered by exactly K coats of paint. Let's take a look at how we can process our input first. Now, instead of drawing or instead of marking where I have coated with paint, all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the 2D rectangle into 1D. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. So our second line in our sample input is 1155. So these correspond directly to the upper and so the lower left and the upper right corners of our rectangles. So those points are going to be the ones in red here. So that's 1, 1. And that is going to be 5, 5. Notice I'm going to coat all of this in one layer of paint. But this problem is very similar to the problem that we actually looked at. And I'm pretty sure that was called the... Well, it was very similar to a problem that we looked at. But notice what I'm going to do. Hay bale stacking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this as a start point. My paintbrush is going to start painting from here. But notice I'm ending one after the end. So this is my actual rectangle. But I end painting one right after that. So notice what I did with the numbers. So using 1 and -1, I'm able to mark the critical points. And my critical points here are going to represent where am I going to start painting and where am I going to end painting. Let's take a look at another test case. So I have my 1, 1, 1, 1 for my for this rectangle. So rectangle number 1, rectangle number 2. So that was 1, and that was 1 again. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to visualize the third line. Or I'm actually going to visualize a completely new rectangle. So 2, 2, 4, 5. If I had a rectangle from this corner all the way down to this corner, look at what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that I'm going to mark all of this as 1 because I'm going to start painting from here, a new layer of paint. So one more coat of paint. And then I'm going to end painting right one after this. So I paint all of this. And once I'm done painting, I'm going to subtract 1 from how many coats am I painting. And in the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop through each strip like that. So that's one strip. So let's say that's strip 0, strip 1, strip 2, 3, so on and so forth. I'm going to loop through each and every one of them. And I'm going to count how many layers of paint do I have. So if the amount of paint there is on each strip is equal to K, then I'm just going to increment my answer by 1 because we know that that strip is going to have exactly K coats of paint.